Hi, I'm Sherry, and this is Gardening in the North. And this is stage 2 of building our very own food forest from scratch. Part of stage 2 in my mind is covering our grass with cardboard and then covering that cardboard with natural and fresh wood chips. The reason that I want to do that is I want to turn our grass into compost, a viable soil that I can then plant my plants in, perennials and annuals, in the spring. So that'll give me about 7 months for that grass that we currently have to start to compost and turn into really rich soil. Now, years ago, people who wanted to start a garden would actually dig up their grass. And you know, today so many people are turning that grass, using that material to garden with. And you know, it's unfortunate that people years and years and years ago broke their backs removing their sod so that they could then turn over their dirt, when really all they needed to do was cover it and let the natural process take place so that it could turn into amazing soil. So one of the things that I will do in the spring is I will pull away some of the wood chips, and I will add a little bit of our compost that we have right now in our composters, and then I'll plant my perennials and my annuals into that. So not only will it be planted into really rich new compost from the grass, but I'll also be using the compost that we've been building with greens and browns. Now, I'm a super lucky person because we were supposed to do a lot of these wood chips Saturday morning, and I just got home from work and my husband has laid down a ton of cardboard and dropped a ton of wood chips onto them already. Let's talk about why mulch is important. Mulching your garden area helps with insulation. Mulch helps your roots survive by insulating them from extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. So in the summertime, it helps with the heat that we get. And in the winter time, especially here in Ontario, Canada, it helps to keep everything insulated. So what are the other things that it helps with? Well, when you have a hot summer day and it hasn't rained for days, mulch helps with water retention. And so basically what that means is that you don't have to be out in your garden watering it every single day. That mulch is actually going to keep your soil moist. Mulch is a weed preventer. A layer of mulch will help reduce the growth of weeds. It actually stifles their growth. I've noticed in all of my vegetable gardens, wherever I've laid wood chips, I have hardly any weeds. And what that means for me as a gardener is less time doing the tasks that I actually hate doing and more time for the things that I love to do, like babying all of my plants and making sure that I get a good harvest. The other thing that having mulch does, especially wood chips, is that it adds nutrients to the soil. It creates a healthier environment for your plants because wood chips are going to decompose. And when it decomposes, it becomes compost and it enriches your soil. It enriches the soil that you've planted your plants in, both perennials and annuals. I'm not sure if you can tell by this angle of the camera, but we probably only have about 4 inches of wood chips on the cardboard currently. Now, we are going to be getting more tomorrow, and we will be layering this up with a lot more. And the reason that I want to do that is because the first time you lay wood chips down, they are going to become more compact, and you really do want a thick layer. You want to make sure that that cardboard is stifling that grass so that it turns to compost quicker than you want it to, because the quicker it turns to compost, the better that soil is going to be. And for me, I want to be able to plant in this in May 2021, so that's only 7 months away, which, if we really think about it, that's pretty exciting, because that means that in May I get to plant seedlings that I get to start growing in February and March. So, you know, just as I'm finishing up with what I can do this year on this amazing project, I get to start planting my seedlings. So this winter is going to be very exciting. Hey guys. So it's the next day and we are ready to complete stage 2 of our project. And part of that is making sure that we have enough supplies to do that. We knew that we were going to be a little short on cardboard, so we headed into town and we hit some of the big box stores and emptied out their cardboard recycling bin. You can see from our truck back there that it is filled with cardboard. But before I do that, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about wood chips and, you know, distinguish between the ones that you would buy to put around your perennial ornamental gardens. So come with me, I want to show you mine that I've already done where I've used black wood chips. And I kind of say that with a little bit of, I guess, a negative tone, because I want to make sure that people realize that when you use that kind of wood chip, you can't plant anything that you might consume into that garden. So come with me, I'm going to show you mine. So here you can see that I've used a black wood chip around my perennial gardens. Now, I don't have anything growing in this garden that I would consume in any way. So I felt that I was safe doing this. However, I just really wanted to point this out to people that black, brown, or red dyed wood chips are chemically made that color. And so when you're planting something into these types of wood chips that you might consume, you're consuming what is in those wood chips. And so you really want to stay away from that. Now here are the natural fresh wood chips that I've laid down. And so just to give you an idea, there's branches and twigs and nice big pieces in there. Sometimes you'll even get some leaves. You can see all the leaves that have already started to compost up. And the smell that comes from this type of wood chip is so nice. So my son absolutely loves riding the lawnmower. He's collecting the leaves for us as we speak. Hey guys, so all the cardboard has been laid down, and I have to be completely honest with you that I had a moment of sheer panic when we were laying down the cardboard and I realized how much space there is in this front area. That the amount of cardboard that we've already laid down is huge, and there is still so much grass area. So I had to count, to 5 and calm myself down a little bit to say, Sherry, remember, this is going to be years in the making. This is not going to be picture perfect next spring. This is going to take years. So I want to share that with you so that if you are thinking of starting a project like this is not something that you snap your fingers and you have a food forest. This is something that is going to take a lot of time and effort and planning, and really the excitement about it, planting something and watching it grow and adding new things to it is it's so thrilling. So this is what 2 pickup truck beds full of cardboard and 2 trailer loads of wood chips look like. Now you can see on the edges there that we still need more wood chips. And so we will get up early tomorrow and do the last load, add it all on, and then we'll be done with this area. And like I've mentioned, in 7 months when I go to plant for springtime, the soil is going to be amazing. I think we're done for today. I think that we probably still need another 1, maybe 2 full trailer loads of wood chips to be placed onto this area. And the reason that I say that is when I start a new gardening area, I really like to put a heavy, thick layer of wood chips, because those wood chips are going to start composting, and the thinner the layer it is, the quicker you need to put more anyway. So I always like to start with a really nice thick layer. So we will probably be going back tomorrow to get another load or 2 and just kind of lay it out. Now, once we were done today, I kind of looked at the space and you know, I kind of said to myself, oh my gosh, it doesn't look very big. And I got the measuring tape out, and the space that we now have covered in cardboard and wood chips is roughly 16 by 60. So it's a huge area. It's a huge start. That this is a project that is in the making, and I am now committed. Thanks for spending time with me.